A very good morning, students. Today we are going to start the topic of chapter 5 of world politics, that is military and democracy in Pakistan. Page number from page 68, 60 to 69. Now what we are going to study in this particular topic is that we will see how democracy did not last long in Pakistan. What could be the reasons that Pakistan could not continue with the democratic form of government? These factors also we are going to discuss, but this audio clip will be in two sections. In the first audio clip, I am going to give you the different kinds of the different governments that have been formed under the leadership of various leaders and military rulers, or another audio clip I'm going to give you the factors which were responsible for an unstable democratic government in Pakistan. Now let us start with the democracy of Pakistan. We all know that India and Pakistan got independence from the British rule and they got independence together. But Pakistan got independence on 14th August 1947. And then Pakistan had framed the constitution on 29th February 1956. It took 9 long years to frame the constitution and to put that into practice. So the official constitution of Pakistan was enforced on 23rd March 1956. But this is not the constitution the one which they are having right now, because thereafter there had been amendments, there have been changes under the various rulers, and we know that how Zia-ul Haq had also changed the constitution of Pakistan. So that we are not going to discuss, that we studied in class 10. Now after Pakistan became independent, the first president that Pakistan had, was Iskandar Mirza. Okay? And then in our book, the first president's name is not mentioned. So the second president we are going was Ayub Khan. He had he was an army general, and what he did, he had led a coup in 1958 and he had overthrown the government that was ruled by Iskandar Mirza, and thereby he declared himself the second president of Pakistan. But he could not continue his office for long because he was forced to resign in 1969 because there was labor protest, labor strikes throughout the country, and there was popular demonstration against him. People were not ready to accept him as their leader. And then comes the third president of Pakistan. And the third president of Pakistan was Yahya Khan. He was there from 1969 to 1971. So this is how we see that Pakistan had first became democratic, and later on Pakistan had changed herself into a military rule, a military regime, because the people were dissatisfied with the democratic government, and that had given way to military takeover under Yahya Khan. So Yahya Khan was the third president, and during his rule, that he ruled, you see, from 1969 to 71, and during his rule we have seen that there was Bangladesh crisis, there was war with India. So he had actually fought a war with India, and in the year 1970-71. So thereafter, after Yahya Khan and with the Bangladesh crisis, the East Pakistan broke away and Bangladesh was formed. So after this, what happened? Democratic government was formed in Pakistan, but that was under the leadership of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Okay, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto ruled Pakistan from 1971 to 1977. And we all know that he was the father of Benazir Bhutto. And Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, he came to power and then he was a very popular leader and he had, formed the government. But again we see the government, the military rule came in. Again, the government was established by a military ruler, that is Zia-ul Haq. Zia-ul Haq had overthrown Zulfikar Ali's government and he removed his government, and in 1977, we say in 1977 to 1998, here we need a correction, from 1977 to 1988, he had formed a government and he continued ruling Pakistan. That was an elected, military rule. So military regime was there. But again, his government was also faced with pro-democracy movement. People of Pakistan, they protested against the military rule and they wanted to have a democratic government. So thereafter, election was conducted, and in that election, we find that it was Benazir Bhutto. The party is Pakistan People's Party. Under her leadership, Pakistan had actually come to power. A democratic government was formed. But during that time, we find that there was a competition between her party, PPP, and Muslim League. So this was a phase when democracy was existing in Pakistan, and it lasted till 1999. But again, army stepped in. Okay, now you see Benazir Bhutto, she became the prime minister and she continued her office from 1988 to 1990. Okay, and again during that period she was removed, and then Nawaz Sharif came to power from 1990 to 1993. So Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif, they were having democratic form of government and they had come to power. Benazir Bhutto had come to power twice, but Nawaz Sharif had come to power thrice. So first you see, after Benazir Bhutto was removed in 1990, it was Nawaz Sharif with a coalition from coalition party IDA. He had come to power from 1990 to 1993. He ruled Pakistan. And again, when Benazir Bhutto came to power in 1993 and ruled till 1996, Nawaz Sharif became the leader of the opposition party. So you see, this was the phase when democratic government was existing in Pakistan. But it was again in 1997 we find that Nawaz Sharif came to power and he continued till 1999. But his government was again overthrown. It was taken over by military ruler, and this time it was General Pervez Musharraf. He came to power in 2000, he came to power in 1999, but he had elected himself as president. We all know that legal framework order which he had passed in 2001, and he got himself elected as the president. And we also know that after that he had conducted a referendum where people had ousted him, voted against him. But what happened after 2001? We find that after 2001, again in November 2000, he continued till 2007, and Pervez Musharraf, his government was suspended. And he had imposed, after that he suspended the government because of the popular unrest, and he imposed emergency rule. Finally, he was forced to resign in 2008. He had seen the circumstances, he had seen that the situation was going out of control, and so he resigned in 2008. And after his resignation, it was Y.R. Gilani, Raza Gilani, who became the prime minister in 2008. and he continued till 2012, but it was the Supreme Court who had ousted Gilani from power, and then it was in 2012 Nawaz Sharif came to power. From 2013 to 2017, Nawaz Sharif became the prime minister and he continued to rule Pakistan, but again he was charged with corruption, and his government was again suspended, and finally there was election in Pakistan, and this time it was won by Imran Khan, and we all know that he was a very famous cricketer, and he had come to power with the help of the conservative like the leaders there of Pakistan, and till day he continues to be the prime minister of Pakistan. So this is all about the military and the democratic rule in Pakistan. Now in our next audio clip we will discuss that why the Pakistan the country Pakistan was facing rather we can say tossing with the democratic form of government as well as military. So the factors that we will discuss in our next audio clip. Thank you. I think everything is clear.